Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim coming to you from the home base here at the RV place. You see this Honda Accord I've been trying to sell? And I got this beautiful Super Duty over here, and I got this 2024 camper right here. That's a 24. That's a 24. That's a 24. It might be time to get a 25. It might be time to trade. I'm trying to sell this anyway. And a friend of mine, you might have seen it in a video, has a radiant red, beautiful Caddy. I know where you think I'm going with this, right? And let me tell you, I'm a Japanese guy. You know, I used to sell Hondas and Toyotas. I've sold them all back in the day, but there was a time where I would never even consider buying an American car because of their junk. You know, there's no other way to say it. They're just not good cars. There was an era of that. I think the era, whatever you call it, has improved. I'm not saying they're like a Honda or a Toyota, but I do believe the technology today and the way everything is painted, assembled, the microchips and the features and things like that are narrowing. So for the first time in my life, like, first of all, let me just back up. When I bought the Honda Accord, I had many reasons for buying it. I really wanted, without getting into some other personal reasons, which some of you can assume was one of the reasons, and maybe even a big factor. But I'm 66 years old, I golf, and I think more in line of a larger, smoother, more elbow room, easy to get in and out of. All of these things that were never important to me when I was a much younger man. I wanted go fast, speed, the smaller the better, nimble, stick shift. I wanted all of that. And I still like it. I'm not, I'm not being a fuddy-duddy, but I'm saying I really do appreciate, when it comes to driving an automobile, a nice large trunk. I'm not a fan of crossovers, station wagons I call them, SUVs, Escalades, Tahoes. I did like them. FBI, baby. Secret Service, black. I wouldn't have a black car if you gave it to me. I like them all. I mean, I'm an ex-car guy. I love cars. I look at cars every day. Many of you might look at cars. Some of you say, hey, I got an old car. It takes me from point A to point B. Well, hey, that's true. 100%. But I don't know. I got a little bug going on here. I saw something at the Cadillac dealer that I've always liked. Ever since they came out with that body style, I have always liked them. I can just imagine pulling up to the golf course, at the bag drop, pop in the trunk, have my clubs pulled out for me, and being one of those, guys at golf and drives a Cadillac. I mean, that's a man's car. So I'm talking about the CT5. I'm talking about the Cadillac CT5, more specifically in radiant red and with the 350T premium luxury trim level. I'm not talking about the black rims with the Corvette motor in it, the V model, past all that. Super, super expensive on insurance, and also a gas hog. And the CT5, it isn't no hybrid. It isn't what my Accord gets. I mean, I'm getting 40 all the time on my car. And it's premium luxury, and it's hybrid, and it's a lot of stuff. But I want to sell it because we've determined that if I travel and things, what do I need 2 cars for? I'm a single family, 1-person family. My reasons for buying it was because we had something else going on, and then, whatever happened, it happened. And so I got it, and then I go and get the truck because the Tundra wasn't doing the job, regardless of what some of you out there say. It doesn't do what this will do, the Super Crusher. It's nowhere near Okay, so I live in an RV and I have to be able to tow it. If I got rid of my truck and I just wanted to live in this RV, one, I wouldn't be able to travel. Two, if they threw me out of here or I wanted to leave or whatever reason, how am I going to move it? You know, you go rent something. What do you rent that can pull this? Who do I know? If I pay a transportation company, you know, it's probably quite expensive. And what about the traveling? You know, what about my life? It changes. No, you can't travel in a truck only, and you can't have a camper without something to pull it. So it's a team. And to be honest with you, I was thinking about it today. If I were to sell the Crasher, my 2024 Flagstaff Microlight, the best camper pull behind there is, and anyone would agree, for this length and this price point, it really is. If I sold this and the truck together, which probably would never happen, most people wouldn't want, you know, both together. You know, you got to sell them separately, and that's fine too. But I thought about a number in my mind. I thought about a number of 85 to 90 grand. I thought if you got yourself a 2024, the #1 camper, and a 2024, the best value bar none, Super Duty Ford Godzilla, baby Godzilla motor under warranty for 85 or 90 grand, when they want over 100 grand for a truck and 80, 90 grand for these campers, 60, 70 grand, whatever, to have a house or a setup like I have in today's times with what houses cost and whatever, there's got to be another person or a couple out there that would say, to save on, you know, buying it used, that would be like, here, I'd love to get that from you. Here's 90 grand. Here's 85 grand. Here's 80 grand. Nothing less. But somewhere between $80,000 and $90,000 for this and that truck. First of all, that's a great deal. And I'm not selling it. I'm just saying that's a great deal. Now let's talk about the Honda. The Honda was $41,000. It's $40,440 window sticker. You got sales tax and all that. So, you know, $42,000. And you got this Cadillac that's a year newer, that's a little bigger. It's a premium luxury model in the trim level. It's not the V model with the Corvette motor. It's the extra charge for the paint like I have on the Honda, the Radiant Red. It's amazing looking with the aluminum alloy wheels. It's got the saddle tan interior. It's got every kind of a feature that the Honda has, with air-conditioned seats and heated steering wheels, and I got all that. I really do. I have all of that in this Honda. And every time I see a Honda Accord, I never see a hybrid touring. I see the Sport. I see nobody buying the hybrids. If it is the hybrid, it's not the touring model, which is quite a bit more, and it has a lot more too. But, you know, people don't want to spend the money, I guess. I don't know. They're a Honda price point of 40. The Cadillac is like mid-50s. It's a whole different league. But that's the window sticker. That's not what you buy it for. Now, you can get a discount. I heard something about if you're a Costco member, you can get another thing. I remember when I was in the car business selling Buicks many years ago. If you were AARP, the thing was, how many people buy Buicks? They're boomers, right? They're my age. They were my age then when I sold the cars. I was much younger, but they were baby boomers. They were geezers, and they had AARP. You got to be a geezer to get AARP. I think 55, right? And if you were AAA and all this stuff, and they would come running in there with their little AARP coupon. They would come in their AARP magazine every month, and it would say you can save $2 grand or $1,500 or whatever it was, whatever gimmick General Motors was doing to get their demographic, their market to come in to the showrooms to buy. And we would have cutouts of the coupons in the drawer if they didn't have one, and say, look, here's an extra savings, you know, buy this car. We're helping you out here. And yet we were still making money. So They're trying to say today that the markup in the window sticker is far less than they used to have. But yet the prices are far more than they ever were. I mean, the average car today is 40, 50 grand. And they're talking about only got 2 or 3 grand markup. I mean, that's not the 2 grand markup that they can take off right away on that extra window sticker that they use called addendum label. ADP, additional dealer profit. They call it window tinting, mop and glow, pinstripe, something like that. So I'm just wondering what a mid-50s MSRP from the factory, MSRP, manufacturer suggested retail price, what something like that might, actually cost the dealer that they could sell without making a lot of money. They're not going to sell it and lose money. And they can definitely sell one and make little, but because of the allocation today, dealers aren't stocking hundreds of cars on the floor, on the lot like they used to because of what they got to pay the bank every 30 days because of flooring. And with the market like it is and interest rates and people are broke, a lot of people, Cadillac buyers aren't, I guess, they just don't want to put that many cars in stock. So what are they doing? They're making the same amount of profit by holding out and selling less units. 6 is one, half dozen the other, right? It's just the bottom line. It's always about the money. So, the best way to figure out what a invoice is or what a cost would be for a brand new car that hasn't been titled yet is to do what? I'm going to give you the secret. You simply look up the exact same car if it went without a change, from the year previous on Kelley Blue Book. And you look at what you could sell one for retail if you were selling private party. And you can also they'll show you what trade-in is, which means wholesale. And then you can figure how much more a brand new one you could justify would be, because you're going to lose on that one as soon as you drive it off the lot. But from one year to the next, we're talking about $15,000 to $17,000 versus 24 to a 25 Cadillac. A guy that bought a 24 and now wants to sell it, let's say with only 5,000 miles on it, in mint condition, would only draw 40 grand. 38 to 40 grand. And a new one will cost you in the mid-50s less what they will give you on a discount and if you're a Costco member and all that. So let's say you can do really great and get it for $4,000 less than the window sticker. And now you're at over 50, 51, 52 without tax. 51, 52, right? Then they got that dealer fee, $12.99, $8.99, $15.99. So you're back up to 54. And that same car, without a change in anything, is selling at the most for 38 to 40. $15,000 less. So you go in and you want to get a new one and they offer you $2,000 or $3,000 off, but it's really going to be worth $15,000 less than that within 6 months or as soon as you drive it off the lot. What do? Why are they selling new cars? Because people want to get it. And that's just the way it is. And then that's what you're going to have to face. The reality is if you buy it and you decide you don't want it 6 months later, like I'm thinking about with my Honda, and you're going to lose your ass. Selling it that quick. I mean, the only way to get a real value out of a car is to buy it and never sell it, drive it till the wheels fall off. That's the only way to ever achieve any real value from any car. Trading, which most people do, every 2 and 3 years, either they're leasing or they buy and they want a different color, they want something else, they see their neighbor got something, they like it better. And you're like, I don't need that anymore, I want this new one over here. So, take someone like myself is thinking about. And I was at a dealer today and I saw a model that somebody just traded in. I think it might be a 23. It could be a 24. I think a 23. It's that V, you know, that one with the Corvette motor in. I don't want anything to do with it. First of all, it's got black wheels. And second of all, it's got, and I have 2 cars with black wheels. Well, the Honda is silver and black and the truck is all black, but it looks good. In that case, I like it. But, you know, it's a V and it's very expensive to insure and it's a gas hog and it's a race car and I don't want it. That's not what I want. I want premium luxury. I want smooth rider. I want a golfer's car. So, I'm happy with my Honda. And believe me, if I couldn't put the numbers together, after already buying 2 new vehicles, I really wouldn't do it. But you can't believe a damn thing I say. I'll probably end up buying this Cadillac. Man, I got it on my brain. I don't know. Somebody help me, please help me. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's American. Although it's probably made in Canada or Mexico or somewhere, I don't know. But she sure is pretty. But anyway, so if you trade a car in Florida, you pay sales tax on the difference. Now, I went through that when I bought the Ford Super Duty. I had the Tundra, which was worth a lot of money. And so that saved me. That's just like selling your car private party. And see, one of the dilemmas I think I'm having with the Honda is people that want to buy that car, they go to a dealer because they've already got like a 21 or something like that, and they just want to trade up. And they have a car they need to trade in. And I don't take a trade in. I'm selling mine. So that's one problem that probably stopped me from selling it already. 2 is people want to arrange financing. Even though you can go to your own bank if you got good credit and get a loan easily, some people just don't want to jump through the hoops. They just want the dealer to do it. And most of them, a lot of people just really don't know about it. So that's been the 2 big things, I think, for me. It's not been the price. I've had that price up and down a little bit. In fact, I'm lucky I didn't sell it when I had it at one price low because it was too cheap. But how do I come out best? I come out best if I did trade it like the Tundra and save 7% sales tax on over $30,000. That's just like getting a couple of $3,000 more for my car than what CarMax or the dealer, the Cadillac dealer, will give me actual cash value, trade-in, wholesale value. But because I'm going to pay tax only on the difference, if I would have sold my car for $2,000 more, which is what they're going to make on it, or 3, whatever it is, then I would have had to come in and pay 7% tax on $30,000, $35,000, whatever they think my car is worth, more money. So you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So why not trade it if it's worth a lot of money, save and get back the sales tax? That's the only fortunate thing. And now you've got good money for that car. But I'm buying another car, which puts me back in the saddle of spending more money and more money. And likely a car that will not hold a residual or a resale as strong as a lower priced and an import like a Honda. So I'm setting myself up to not lose my ass, but to lose my ass and my whatever else. Really lose. But I love that darn car. Every time I've ever seen one since they came out with that CT5. You know, they don't make too many 4-door sedans anymore. They all make these crossovers and SUVs and things like that because there's not a big demand for sedans. That's why I got the Accord. And I don't think I looked at the Cadillac because I thought, it's American junk or it's Cadillac price. I wasn't going to spend that. I didn't trade anything in when I bought that Honda. I had to pay all the tax because there was no trade-in on an expensive car. But unfortunately, I was able to save some tax on this Ford Super Duty because I had a very valuable Tundra. And I have no regrets buying that truck. None. It goes with this good little girl right here. And between the two as a package and what I've lived in this and gotten back on saving on rent, I'm okay in those two areas. Whether I lost on this one or made on that one or lost on that one and got on this one, it doesn't matter. I'm really not going to cry over what I would get for this camper and that truck between the two, whether they go together or they go separately. So I'm just looking at losing what I don't want to lose on the Honda, is why I'm kind of holding out. But as I just mentioned, and I won't repeat it more than once more, is the dilemma is people have trade-ins that want to buy that car. If it's a rich person that wants to buy it for their son or daughter, they're probably not going to buy the Touring. They're probably looking at the Sport or one of those and put their son or daughter going to college or whatever, or a young person, you know, that's got a Civic and they want to move up. They want to go to the dealer and trade in their car and get the Accord. So that's the issue I've got there. And if I do sell it to somebody that gets it for their son or daughter, or a young person, or a middle-aged person, buys it and has the money, or goes to their own bank, gets a loan, they don't have a trade-in, I'm going to sell it for thousands less than I paid for it. I had no trade-in there. And my out-of-pocket was $40,000 or more. And I'm looking at getting mid to lower mid, between 30 and 35 for the car. So that's what? $8,000 I'm going to lose? Well, let's say we just erase the board here. Come back to center with me. You can tell me in comments. I'm going to save 7% sales tax trading it in on a Cadillac CT5 Premium Luxury in Radiant Red. I got a figure already from Carvana, whatever you call them places. I know what the car's worth. If I get another $2,000, $2,500 in sales tax savings, it's like getting another $2,000, $2,500 for the car, which gets me closer to what, although it's not what I want, but it definitely helps. Because let's say I did get $2,000 or $3,000 more than what Carvana wants to give me. Then I go buy the Cadillac. The Cadillac's going to say, all right, you owe 7% tax on 50 large. Well, there goes that money I just made by selling it myself, because I got to pay it all back. And so you see, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. There's no win on a car. You either want it, you got the money, you do it, you don't do it. You do you, and I do me. So, we're talking about basically this. We're talking between $15,000 and more likely, what they're going to hit you for, $20,000 plus that car for a year newer Cadillac four-door car. Is it worth a brand new top-of-the-line hybrid touring Honda Accord in pearl white that had a window sticker of over $40,000 to go up 1 year to an American-made luxury, premium luxury Cadillac for $15,000 to $20,000? I can see 10, because you're going to lose 10 on this one, and you're going to lose 10 on the Cadillac, but you can't lose it till you buy it. They're not going to lose 10 on it new because it hasn't been titled. So they can hold out. It's a trap. It's a trick. And do you need it like a hole in the head? What's it going to do for your life? I can see that guy. Sorry to talk about you that way. I mean, I can see that subscriber. I can hear you now. The shoppingest dude I know, or, you know, what are you doing? I can hear it now. I can hear it now. Minimalist. He's a minimalist. Oh, RV with the geezer, man. I ticked him off a little bit. He hadn't been around much. He texted the other day. You know, hey, sometimes words on text, you know, you ever text somebody, they don't come out right. Sometimes you leave a comment, you know, I take it wrong, you take it wrong, a reply. Things can happen. That's why it's always best to talk. It's true. It's true. All this new world we're in with all this texting, I try to be a little more patient. I know you're a good man. I know you got a YouTube channel. I'm getting off topic. I just wanted to say, while I'm talking about RVing with the geezer, he's a pretty cool guy. And nothing wrong with you, brother. Come on back in and start commenting a little bit more like you used to. Anyway, a lot of you out there, I care deeply. A lot of you out there are going to give me hell. And I got it all. What do I care? You do you. Man, if you saw this car, you'd throw rocks at this Honda. You'd throw rocks at it. You know, I had a lot of people give me a bunch of crap because I got rid of a Toyota Tundra for a Ford truck. Oh, that truck is way better. You should do what I say. Well, you do you, brother. And you are right. I had a 4Runner. I know. I got a Honda. I sold cars. I know all these things. You know? I had a guy send me a video the other day telling me if I want to sell my guns at a gun show, they got these people that sit outside and wait. They actually work there selling guns, and they're trying to offer you, they see you carrying a box or a bag, you're going to maybe trade one in. They want to grab your gun and give you wholesale. Well, I don't care if they do work there. If they don't give me what I want, then they're not going to get it. So I know all this. There was a video on YouTube someone made. Let me give you these tips if you go to a gun show. I'm getting off topic. You know, what to beware of. Yeah, I'll beware of anybody giving me less than I want. That's all. That's it. Simple. Like, I'm not going to buy this Cadillac if it's going to cost me a fortune. Now, I'm going to go back over there. I'm going to make a video of this car maybe. And I'll show it to you. So until then, when you see the video, crush it!